Roy from Mamaka Medical College for the case presentation of peripheral vascular disease. And Dr. S. Ramchandra Garu to honor the dais.
I'll be presenting a case of peripheral vascular disease today. My patient, Mr. D. Krishnaya, a 45-year-old gentleman who is a daily laborer by occupation, hailing from Sattupalli, Khammam district, he came to the surgical OPD with chief complaints of pain in the left foot since 4 months and blackish discoloration of toes of the left foot since 3 months. Patient was apparently alright 4 months back. To start with, he had complaints of pain in the left foot, which was gradual in onset, continuous and aching in nature. The pain aggravates on lying down and is relieved by hanging his leg by the side of the bed. There is history of blackish discoloration of first and second toes of left foot 3 months back, which was gradual in onset, for which he underwent amputation of both toes at the local hospital. There is history of black discoloration of remaining toes of left foot since 1 month. The black discoloration progressed further to involve whole of the left foot and lower part of left leg in the last 1 month. The dried blackish area over the dorsal and lateral part of the ankle sloughed off and he developed ulceration 1 week back. There is no history of any fainting or transient blackout. There is no history of blurred vision, no history of chest pain, no history of abdominal pain, no history of weakness or paresthesia of upper limbs, no history of any superficial thrombophlebitis. Coming to past history, he is a known case of diabetes mellitus type 2 on medication since 7 years. He is a known case of hypertension on medication since 4 years. Not a known case of tuberculosis, asthma, any coronary artery disease or epilepsy. And there are no history of any major surgeries or any long-term hospitalization. Drug history, patient was on oral hypoglycemic agents for 7 years and is on insulin for the last 1 month. And there is no history of any documented drug allergies. Personal history, he takes mixed diet, his appetite is normal, bowel and bladder habits are regular. He is a known smoker, smokes up to 4 to 5 cigarettes per day. For the last 20 years, he takes. Family history, no history of no similar complaints in the family. There is no history of any MI or stroke in the family. General examination, patient is conscious, coherent, cooperative, well oriented to time, place and person. Is moderately built and moderately nourished with a body mass index of 21 kg per meter square. Pallor is present, there is no icterus, cyanosis, clubbing, generalized lymphadenopathy or any pedal edema. His temperature is normal, pulse rate is 100 beats per minute, right radial, regular, normal volume. There is no vessel wall thickening, no radial or radiofemoral delay. His blood pressure is 120 by 80 millimeters of mercury, recorded in both arms in supine position. Respiratory rate is 16 cycles per minute. Inspection. Inspection of left lower limb. The first and second toes are amputated. There is black mummified appearance of remaining 3 toes with black discoloration of entire foot and lower part of leg. Nails are brittle with transverse ridges. There are 2 ulcers, one of size 5 into 4 cm on the dorsum of foot, the other of 5 into 3 cm over the lateral malleolus. Both the ulcers, they have a punched out margin, irregular margin, and there is a grey fibrotic tissue in the floor. Over the dorsum of foot, the extensor tendons are exposed and the lateral malleolus is exposed on the lateral side. A clear line of demarcation can be seen between the gangrenous skin and normal skin. Wasting of calf and thigh muscles is also noted in the left lower limb. The Burgess vascular angle, the toes are already gangrenous, indicating that it is severe ischemia. The capillary filling time is prolonged, it is more than 20 seconds. Venous filling, the veins are guttered, indicating the venous filling is delayed. Palpation, the left leg is cold when compared to the right leg. Gangrenous toes are hard and shriveled. Tenderness is noted at the junction of gangrenous area and normal tissue. For 6th test, oscillatory movements of the left leg is noted, indicating popliteal artery is patent. Pulsations of left lower limb, the dorsal pedis is absent, the anterior tibial and posterior tibial are absent, the popliteal is feeble, femoral is feeble, there is no tenderness while palpating the vessels, and there are no palpable regional lymph nodes. Examination of right lower limb, there are no signs of ischemia noted on inspection. Burgess test, marked pallor can be seen when the limb is elevated up to 45 degrees. Capillary filling time and venous refilling times are prolonged in the right lower limb. Numbness of toes is present on palpation. Pulsations in the right lower limb. The dorsalis pedis, anterior and posterior tibial are feeble. Popliteal and femoral, the volume of the pulses are reduced, but the volume is more when compared to the left lower limb. There are no palpable regional lymph nodes. Upper limb examination, Addison's test is negative, indicating there is no clinical evidence of thoracic outlet syndrome. Allen's test is negative, indicating the radial and ulnar arteries are normal. Elevated arm stress test is negative. The patient could carry out the test for 5 minutes. Other peripheral pulsations, all other peripheral pulsations are present. There are no palpable thrill noted while palpating the arteries. There is no bruit heard on auscultation. Systemic examination, per abdomen is soft, not tender, liver is not enlarged, spleen is not palpable, bilateral kidneys are not palatable. There are no signs of free fluid in the abdomen, bowel sounds are normal. Cardiovascular system, the first and second heart sounds are heard. There are no murmurs or any ectopes. Respiratory system, bilateral air entry is equal, non-vesicular breath sounds are heard all over, and there are no added sounds. CNS, higher intellectual functions are normal, all cranial nerves are intact, there is no motor or any sensory deficit. With this, my provisional diagnosis is a 45-year-old gentleman with peripheral vascular disease of left lower limb with ganglion of left foot, most probably due to atherosclerosis.
Clinically, why not TAO?
Sir, the age of onset for TAO usually within 20 to 40 years, less than 40 years. The patient age is 45 years, and there is no history of any superficial thrombophlebitis in this case. And patient doesn't give any history of intermittent claudication in the beginning. He's diabetic. He may be having diabetic neuropathy, so there is no history of intermittent claudication. And
Why not? Pardon?
Before going that diagnosis, said bilateral kidneys. Pedis. Did you feel it in this case?
Sir, it is there is no pulsations at the.
No, that
Question is
only disarticulation of the great toe and the next second toe are there.
Yes.
The interosseous space is maintained. Intermetatarsal space is there.
Yes, sir. Mid-tarsal, they have been removed, sir. Mid-tarsal, they have been removed.
So can you really feel the dorsalis pedis? You should be very careful to talk about it. Because from the foot photograph which I am seeing,
Yes.
the first intermetatarsal space looks not existing there.
Sir, where do you palpate the dorsal spine?
The dorsal.
What is the anatomical site to palpate the dorsal space?
It is palpated lateral to the extensor hallucis longus tendon over the navicular bones.
That means which component of the intercostal space? Proximal or distal?
The proximal part will be palpated dorsal space.
Where do you feel the posterior tibial?
Posterior tibial between the medial malleolus and the Achilles tendon, and it is felt against the posterior part of medial malleolus.
What is the significance of posterior tibial in a vascular disease? Why it is called very important artery? So where do you feel the popliteal?
Popliteal in the lower part of popliteal fossa.
Answer my question. So this is the first artery to disappear in a TAO. That's the first artery to disappear in a TAO status. Your diagnosis is atherosclerosis, but other common cause of vascular problems is TAO. Is the first artery. It is almost, they say it's a marker, a clinical marker for TAO.
Who you feel palpate?
In Buerger's disease, they are not involved, sir. Only the distal arteries, sir.
What is arteriosclerosis?
Atherosclerosis it's a deposition of lipid and
Arteriosclerosis.
hardening of arteries because of deposition of lipid in the wall of the arteries.
What is arteriosclerosis? I question what is arteriosclerosis?
There in 45 years old man.
But usually it is in old age, sir. But if the patient is having more risk factors, there is a possibility of atherosclerosis in the younger age also.
Is he a smoker?
He is a smoker, sir.
Then why don't you think of Buerger's disease?
Sir, on examination, even the popliteal and femoral vessels, they were feeble, sir. So, and there is even absence of superficial thrombophlebitis.
What is the relation?
So it is more in clear.
What is the relation between smoking and ischemia?
I didn't.
What is the relation? does smoking causes ischemia? What are the factors?
So smoking is attributed to Burgess disease, sir. It is like
Whatever it would be, how it causes ischemia? What are the things that happens in chronic smoking?
So it is said that there can be small and distal vessels are involved. Medium-sized vessels and small vessels are involved.
Have you taken the history regarding claudication?
I have asked him, but he doesn't give any history of claudications.
I think you have not mentioned a single word regarding claudication.
No,
It is not giving history of claudication.
He mentioned. No.
No history.
Tell
Exam also, there are no generalities. You have to tell what you are supposed to do for this patient.
But he answered well, sir.
This patient, if as per all the postgraduates, as Sir has told, once you have got on tank gangrene, in this case, so your first treatment line is amputation. Isn't it? As Sir as Dr. Rajesh Sir has told correctly, this particular case it will come in the exam, as it is a gangrene, your first treatment line is amputation. After that, whatever. Okay. Thank you very much.